Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are back in Star Citizen. I'm actually in Area 18, which is the landing zone on the planet Arcor. This is, I think, one of the first times that I've actually woken up here. And unfortunately the frame rate is not particularly good right now. So there's lots of jitters and stutters and that kind of stuff. However, the transit time from like waking up here at the station or waking up here at the Habs to the station is actually quite good. So we're going to find our way around there. Let's see here. Now I must have taken the wrong turn here. Let's see here. There we go. There are the elevators. We're going to go ahead and take this down to the lobby, and then we'll go ahead and head out to my ship, the Cutlass Black. I actually was playing some last night, and I managed to take a load of Quantanium that I'd refined the other day and take it down here to be sold at the TDD station, and actually made, I think it was almost 300,000, 265,000 or so. And so I was quite happy with that. During that time, of course, I also managed to mine a little bit more Quantanium, found a rock that was like 43% or so. And that, when I sell it, which I hope to do today, will net me somewhere around 345,000 or so. So there's the TDD station, Trade Development Division. That's where you can actually sell all of your mined Quantanium and other goods. So that's where we'll be coming back to. I'm going to go ahead and go out to the transit station here, and we will we'll head out to the Area 18 platform. So I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to hopefully catch this tram. There we go, perfect. Made it just in time. So we're going to pick up a couple of things to take back to my Prospector, and hopefully get that set up again. I got stuck last night without any quantum fuel to get back to my home base, or to my station, and so ended up having to self-destruct my ship and commit suicide and respawn in the station. So I ended up having to then, insurance claim my ship, and that meant that I lost all of the modules and everything that I had on there. I had a my head was the same as I had the mining head, but I did end up having to, or I'm going to end up having to get all new modules on that one. So we're going to stop by the Arc L1 Lagrange point, and also pop over to the Her L1 Lagrange point, and pick up some of the various different things. Whoa, careful there! That I'm going to need for properly outfitting my Prospector. And then we're going to grab the Cutlass Black and take that load of refined Quantanium down to the spaceport. We'll probably bring it back here, as it's much easier to get down into the landing zone and sell that stuff than it is to try and dink around in Orison. So we're going to go ahead and call our ship in. let's see here. We've got the Titan there. We're going to go ahead and call in the Cutlass Black. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to be at Hangar 3. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to find our elevators.
Obey all security and customs personnel at all times. Their job is your safety.
There we go, hangars. And Hangar 3 is where we want to go to. Unfortunately, it's not there, it's here. There we go. Perfect.
For the latest travel information,
So we're going
be
to
sure
go
to
Hangar
check
3.
departure and arrival boards. Convenient.
There we go, perfect. And we're going to get into our Cutlass Black and head up to the RL1 approach point. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll get up out of the atmosphere, and then I'll probably pause and hopefully hit the right buttons to do that. So we actually get a decent little trip. I'm also going to see about upgrading the jump drive on a couple of my other quantum drive on a couple of my other ships, because unfortunately the Prospector is extremely slow and drinks fuel like a racehorse drinks water. So I'm going to go ahead and fuel up with a Quantanium here, so that I know that I'll be able to get all around where I need to. And we're going to go ahead and contact the Area 18 landing services here and get clearance to take off.
You are clear to launch.
Perfect. Alright. I generally just hit my Z button for free look to make sure that the roof is properly retracted before I take off, because I've seen people take off and slam into that, and it wasn't good. There we go. Alright. So this is Arc Corp, and specifically the Area 18 landing zone. The whole planet of Arc Corp is actually a city. So the whole planet is just covered in cityscapes, as far as you can see. This one's more of a hero zone, so it's very well built up. But as you can see, there are other zones out there that have, you know, buildings and all that kind of stuff in them, and yeah, it's city all the way around the planet. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to set cruise control, and I'm going to go ahead and set my route to the Hurston. No, sorry, we're going to go to Arc L1. There we go. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and spool up my quantum drive. So I've reached a high enough altitude that I can do that. And there we go. Go ahead and rotate around and lock on to our RL1 quantum beacon. Initiate warp. Here we go. So we'll drop this thing so we can drop back out of quantum limit. Alright, so that was satisfyingly fast. That 2 million kilometers or so took less than a minute quantum travel. So go ahead and wait for this cooldown to wrap up and jump to the Arc station, Arc L1. This is the Wide Forest station. There we go. Turn that off. station. Alright, so this is a mining and refining station, which means it has for sale a lot of the mining heads and modules and all that kind of stuff that you can actually put into them. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a couple of those there. Not all of the stations have all of the same commodities. So if you're looking to outfit one of your ships, one of the best things that you can do is go to Urkel Games, ERKUL.games, and that's actually got
storage procedure.
Oh, come on.
For your safety, please vacate the area.
That's actually got a full loadout of all the different modifications you can make to any of the ships that you have, or any of the ships that you might want to get, to basically determine how fast they'll be going, what sort of power requirements, all that kind of thing.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
And then they also show you where those different items are located. So I'm going to go ahead and way too fast here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and slide over here. It almost seems like this is a much smaller station than the ones that I normally go to. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and land over here. You kind of center yourself right there. Drop our landing gear. And go ahead and ease down on the pad here. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and pop inside here.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Very good, thank you, sir. There we are. And we're going to go ahead and pop down to the refinery, because that's where we want to get a lot of the resources. Specifically the modules that I need to get for my Prospector. So the Prospector has got it's got one mining head on it, and depending on which mining head you put on it, you have between 1 and 3 sub-items or modules that you can put into that mining head. Some of the modules are passive, meaning that they're active all the time, and they provide small bonuses, but they're active constantly. And a lot of time it's either like an adjustment in power operation, or when you are picking up your there we go, very good. When you're actually extracting the minerals from the cracked rocks, you'll have the filter modules, for instance, will remove a lot of the inert material, stuff that's not actually valuable. Some of them will increase power or stability or whatever in exchange for decreasing something else. And then you also have what are called active modules, which are something that you actually have to activate. And they last for a set number of seconds, generally somewhere between 20 and 90 seconds. And generally contribute a lot more to something, but are either single use or have a limited number of uses for that module before you have to get another one. So we're going to pick up, I believe all of them are, well, I'm going to get 2 active modules and a passive module. I've got the Lancet head on on my prospector. And so I'm going to go and get... Let's slow it down here. I'm going to get a couple of modules to go into that.
Back again, I see. Welcome. See anything you like?
And I've got more than enough money to afford that, so I'm just going to drop under utility here and go under mining modules. And we're going to get the Filter XL module. That's a $60,000 module, so it's quite a little bit of an outlay. But it does decreases the amount of inert material by 20%. And in some cases that can just about make it 0 that you'll actually get. So I'm going to go ahead and get one of those. Then I'm also going to scroll down here and we're going to find the Stampede module. And I'm going to purchase, let's purchase 2 of those, I guess, because I really don't use them too often. But I'm going to go ahead and get them anyways, just so that I've got them. And then either here or at one of my HRL2, HRL2, I've got a bunch of surge modules. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move those to my inventory. I'm going to pop over to HRL1, which is where those are stored. And then we'll go ahead and pop over to Crew L1, which is where I have my my loads of Quantanium refined. And we'll get them. Actually, you know what? I may want to go to Galleria. Now we'll go to Hangar and Hat this time because we're going to come back. Pause right now though, we wait in the elevator. Should be here. Oh goodness, I never pressed the button. Alright. Okay, there we go. So we'll go ahead and we're going to call the Cutlass Black back out here. Yeah, there are a couple different ways of doing things here. Unfortunately, there's no way to transport, as far as I know anyways, submodules, as far as, not submodules, but modifications to your ships, such as engines and that kind of thing. There's no way to transport those in a ship. You actually have to attach them to a ship to be able to do that. So I've been wanting to upgrade my Prospector to be able to do that. But unfortunately, the upgrade that I want to stick on it is only purchasable here. So that's a little bit more of a jump to get that. So I'm going to see if I can do something tricky. We won't do that on this video because I'm going to run out of time otherwise. There we go. Now we've got plenty of Quantanium, so we're not worried about that. We can go ahead and set route to HRL1, launch, and begin spooling, and jump. So this one's 20 million kilometers, so I'm definitely going to pause this one. We'll pick up again when we reach HRL1. Okay, so that journey was a about 2 minutes with the upgraded jump drive. So if you're going to be doing a decent amount of traveling, it's definitely something that I would recommend that you do, as it will greatly decrease the amount of time that you wait traveling to and from a station. And if you line everything up just right, like so, especially if you're doing a long jump like that, you can get a decent amount done in a short period of time with the upgrades. Now, unfortunately, I neglected to transfer the stuff from the Arca 1 station to my inventory at the previous one, so I'm gonna have to grab those, which will mean a journey back there, unfortunately. But we'll definitely pause the recording there, so you don't have to sit through that. And we can go ahead and contact air traffic control to land. I'm going to go ahead and do that while our ship finishes slowing down.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
There we go, very good. Oh, all the way over there. Alright. I think this ship accelerates and decelerates quickly. That's one of the nice things about the Cutlass Black, is it's still got enough engine on it to be quick at speeding up and slowing down. Drop landing gear here.
Landing gear down.
Go.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Alright, so I don't even have to bother going into the station at this one, because I've purchased, or had purchased, several different ones here. I think, actually, I may have transferred those last night. So this may very well have been a wasted trip. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and get back in, because I don't have any of those there. I feel like I got some of those last night, so we'll go ahead and pick back up when we get back to the Arca 1 location. Okay, so we are sitting outside the Arca 1 station. And the nice thing is, if you don't have to actually purchase something, you can do all of your transfers just while you're sitting outside the station. You don't actually have to land or pop in. You've actually got close enough that you don't actually have to pop into there. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer all of the modules. I've actually got a Torrent 3 module over there as well. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my multi-tool over here as well. There we go. And I now have all of those in my ship inventory here. You can't really see them because I don't think they actually get physicalized. Yeah, there's no box or anything. That comes at a later date. But they are on my ship inventory now. So we can go ahead and we're going to jump to the Crew L1 location. Ooh, big rock there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the star map. And we're going to jump to Crew L1. There we go, set route. And that's going to be 913 Quantanium fuel to get there. I've got 1400, so we're not worried about that. Crew L1, and let's see. Yeah, I can't jump directly there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll just set that. That's going to be 38 million kilometers. So should probably take me somewhere around 4 minutes or so. I'll time that and see. Okay, so that jump was approximately 3 minutes. I did a little bit of research actually while I was quantum traveling, and went out to Urkel Games on my phone, and the quantum drive that I have on here, which is an XL1 or XL-1, is capable of traveling at 260,000 kilometers per second in quantum drive. So it's quite possible to traverse that distance very, very rapidly, as you saw that, well actually, I guess you guys didn't see it, I saw it, that 38 million kilometers or so took approximately 3, maybe 3.5 minutes. Very, very fast. So we're going to go ahead and arrive here at the Crew L1 station, and we're going to see about setting up the Prospector. I'll kind of show you how that works. And then we'll take a load of Quantanium, refined Quantanium that is, back to the RL1 station. Go ahead and contact the
Please
Crew
proceed to
L1
assigned landing bay.
Vicious Dream station. Drop my landing gear.
Landing gear down.
And there's some really nice thrusters on the Cutlass Black, so it makes it quite possible to come in at pretty decent clip. There we go. And
Landing complete.
then
Have a pleasant stay.
come in, slow down, and land very quickly. Okay, so as you can see, these are all the different modules that I have here at the station. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move those modules that I have here in my cargo and move them over to the Ambitious Dream station inventory. Go ahead and actually check and see whether I can do this from here. I may be able to just do this from here. Yeah, so I can actually get in and look at my MISC Prospector because I'm at the station. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go to BK00. Something didn't take there, I think, because that's supposed to be really, really fast, and perhaps that didn't probably work. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the sub item slot, and we're going to put the first one in here as my Filter XL module. And then we're going to go to sub item slot 2, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the Surge module in there. And then for sub item slot 3, I'm going to use my Stampede module. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to use those with my Lancer MH1 mining laser. Save changes and equip. There we go, systems, quantum drive. Ooh, that is supposed to be the fastest one. Retech grade A military. Interesting. I have to do some research on that one and see what's going on, because that's supposed to be like the fastest one that it has. It's supposed to get really, really quick, but unfortunately it's not doing that, or at least it hasn't in my experience. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to store the ship and head into the station here. And then we will load up the ship with the refined Quantanium, and then we'll head back over to RL1 and drop that off, and should see a profit around $340,000 or so. So we'll pick back up when we're down in the refinery and go from there. Okay. So, oops. We are down at the refinery, and so we're going to go ahead and we'll get those that refined Quantanium loaded up. Now, this process is going to change, probably not in this next patch, 3.17, which has actually gone to the public test universe,
Hey,
to the
back
Eva
again,
Party,
I see.
which is kind of like their special insider group.
Finding everything all right?
Alright, so I've got a day and a bit on that one. So that one I'll have to wait, but I do have this 799 cubic SCUs, micro SCUs, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that onto the Cutlass Black. We'll have to do this one a different day, because unfortunately I picked the long processing time on that one, not thinking about the fact that I'd be able to get on and make a video today. That one's going to net me quite a bit once I'm able to turn that one in, because that one's it's like 5 times the slow. But that one's been transferred into the Cutlass Black. When 3.18 drops, they are CIG, that is, the makers of Star Citizen, are doing a cargo refactor in which we're actually going to have to like load up cargo on our ships physically, instead of just, you know, dropping in and pushing a button and it all going right onto the ship. And so that very well may change a lot of this, in that we'll have to load, you know, a lot of those things onto the ship instead of just having them done for us. So transit and transfer times may be very much lengthened. So I guess we'll have to see then. Okay. So that's the clinic. We don't need to go there. That would be where you'd respawn if you happen to get killed out of the burst. I'm going to go ahead and pull our Cutlass Black out of storage. It's only going to have about 8 cargo units of here we go, retrieve. Wait a minute. There should be cargo in there. Didn't tell it to be put into there. Here we go, at full. So we'll go ahead and head out to there. Ah, the elevator's actually here this time. That's always good. At full. There we go. Yeah, right. And you'll be able to see here, well, hopefully, if it's all worked properly, I'll be able to open this up, and there'll actually be some boxes in the back of this that represent that Quantanium. God. Something's not happened correctly here. Something's not happened right. Alright, I'm gonna have to go check that, because it won't do any good to have us go all the way out and not actually have any there, so go check this. Okay, so apparently the amount that I put into there was not enough to bother putting boxes into the back of here. So we're just going to go ahead and take that out to the TDD station at ArcL1. And then that will be the end of today's video. You'll get to see the approach down to Area 18. And then transit back to the TDD station. And then we will leave that right there. So actually, here we go. We want to go to ArcCorp and zoom into here, and we want to go to Area 18. There we go. And we're going to need to get some fuel before we can do that, so I'm going to go ahead and refuel my Quantanium. Quantanium's cheap. Well, quantum fuel is cheap. It's only like 134 units Alpha UEC to refill all of my Quantanium. So I'm not worried about the expense as far as that goes. I guess I should have done this while I was running about the station. Could have had it all filled up at this point. Go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and spool our quantum drive. And that one is going to be 40 million kilometers to get directly to ArcCorp. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that quantum drive. Pick up.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we are over Area 18. We're going to go ahead and we're going to speed up here so we can come in. I actually had to change my approach because I realized I had set my approach for Area 11, which is not where I want to go. I need to go over here to Area 18. The landing pad is right over here, so if you find the main station and then you head, I guess it's west from there to this big open red spot. There's some various different lights and all that kind of stuff there as well. That's strange. There we go. Let's try to kick in my VTOL engines to help maintain some attitude, but or altitude. Don't have to pitch up so much. So we can kind of see where we're coming into here, but that's here, that's 0 there. This is quite a nose up ship. I guess I can look down like this. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop down here and contact air traffic control. Request landing.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
There we go. And they'll give us a landing pad. And we'll go ahead and bring it down and land over here. We're going to reduce speed somewhat so that we're not going to come in too quickly. Drop my landing gear.
Landing gear down.
Turn my lights on. So I've got a little bit better ground visibility as I'm coming in. There we go. Ooh, this is a side hangar. I've not landed in one of these before. This is this must be a bigger one because we've got a bigger ship this time. Last time I brought my my Arrow down here. There we go. Ooh, there are the lights. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and turn off the lights. There we go, so that we don't get blinded.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And we'll pop down to the TDD station, and hopefully everything's working properly. There's the turret, gun there. And I'll have all of my cargo on there like I'm supposed to. Oops. Looks like it's still loading in a little bit. Let's try maybe the other elevators. No? We'll have to wait till this one decides to actually show up. There we go. Now it's decided to load in. So we've got our elevator. Go ahead and pop down to the Raptor Memorial Spaceport. That's one of the things that's very nice about this game is that there's like, it looks real. Like, you know, there's ads and all that kind of stuff over different places. Commercial flights, hangar, elevator. Customs area. There we go. You know, there's signposts and everything that tell you where you need to go. All that kind of stuff. We'll go ahead and we're going to store
Your personal belongings are your personal
Cutlass
responsibility.
We're
Black.
sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart.
Yeah, no,
You'll
no.
have to return your ship to storage.
That's okay. That's where I intended it to go. Alright, we'll go ahead and head back to the transit platform and hop down to the TDD station. And if everything's worked properly and the server gods are operating in our favour today, we'll actually be able to sell the cargo that we hopefully transported. There we go. 5 seconds. Here comes the train. Do love when you arrive just in time. Hello, guys. There we go. And train's going to depart. There we go. Now it'll be a minute and change here, so we'll just pause. Okay, when we get there.
City Flight is proud to be the official transportation service provider for the Arcot Metropolitan Area.
So we'll go ahead and run out here to the Arcot Plaza. Excuse me, guys. Go. And pop over here to the TDD station. Apparently they're headed too. Oops. Thanks for holding the door. Alright. Now is the moment of truth. Go ahead and swap over to sell. Cutlass Black, there we go. 799. We're going to go ahead and sell that, and that'll be 70,000 Alpha UVC. Got it. Perfect. And that is how much richer we are for today. Very good. So we've broken 400,000 in the wallet, and looking forward to my next gameplay. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Take care. Ta-ta.